இஸ்ரேலுடைய 9-11 இஸ்ரேலுடைய 9/11 பேர்ல் ஹார்பர் என்று வர்ணிக்கக்கூடிய அளவுக்கு இஸ்ரேல் பாதுகாப்பு வரலாற்றில் ஒரு கரும் புள்ளியாக உலகை உலுக்கிய தாக்குதல் சம்பவம் சனிக்கிழமை நடக்க அதற்கு பதிலடி கொடுத்து வருகிறது காசா மீது, ஹமாஸ் மீது இஸ்ரேல். இந்த நிலையில நம்முடைய ஒரு சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் இணைந்திருக்கிறார். இந்தியாவுக்கான இஸ்ரேல் தூதராக இருந்த அம்பாசிடர் டேனியல் கார்மன். இவருடைய காலத்தில் தான் இந்திய இஸ்ரேல் நட்பு என்பது மிக ஆழமானது, ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் என்ற அளவில் வலுவானது. ஒரு இந்திய பிரதமர் இஸ்ரேலுக்கு முதன்முறையாக வரலாற்றில் சென்றது இன்றைய விருந்தினர் இந்தியாவுக்கான இஸ்ரேல் தூதராக இருந்தபோது தான். இந்த பரபரப்பான சூழ்நிலையில் அம்பாசிடர் டேனியல் கார்மன் நம்மிடையே இணைகிறார். Ambassador, shalom. Our thoughts and prayers are with the fallen people of Israel. Ambassador, as I have noticed, Israel is a very resilient society. How is Israel recouping from this terrible tragedy?
Well, we are in the middle or in the beginning of the start of the response, military response and otherwise. And I'm always sitting in the safe room because I've moved all my activity to the safe room because from time to time, and today we had 2, and we might have a third barrage of rockets. Utensils that the terrorists are using for many years now are rockets, and we have our Iron Dome, as you know, so to speak, but we have the answer to this, which is the Iron Dome. The real problem, the disaster, the unbelievable thing that has happened, you can see in the footage, in the videos, in the terrible massacre that reminds us of other periods and other times in history. People were massacred, civilians, people who went to a festival were massacred, and I'm trying not to see the pictures because I understand in one place they found 100 bodies of people slaughtered by those animals from the Hamas terror organization, which reminds us of Daesh, not of people you'd like to live in the same region we're in. I mean, this is really unbelievable.
The question that we Indians and many in the international community, even many Israelis ask is, how did Israel not see this coming?
That's a big question. It will be asked, it will be investigated both on the intelligence level, and on the political level, and on the military operational level, but we have to take this apart. Now we have a battlefield, we have a battle, we are in the middle of a war, and the war will be fought, the war will be won, and then we'll ask the questions and believe the Israeli, Israelis, and the Israeli people will ask big questions. But we have suffered from the biggest terror attack from a non-state actor who have breached any moral, standards. War crimes were committed, people were slaughtered. They did not attack only soldiers, they attacked civilians sleeping in their homes. They wiped off families. There are, I don't know the numbers as we speak, but they're rising all the time. And 900 people in Israel, it's like 130,000 people in India killed in one. Impossible. Things are impossible. So we are regrouping both on the civilian side and on the military side. And I can assure you that the response will be forceful.
Ambassador, historically, as you know, India has taken a very ambiguous position on such conflicts between Israelis and the Palestinians. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in this instance has offered unwavering support to Israel. How satisfied are you with the Indian response this time?
I think we are delighted under the circumstances, but delighted and appreciative of the Indian response. The history of Indian reaction to activities here on the ground in past events was always debated between us and the Indian government, and it took some time, if at all, for India to react. Usually India, for its own reason, and we respect it, decided not to react. But this time, a very harsh response by harsh and unequivocal response by Prime Minister Modi, solidarity, support, and friendship. I think we have all passed the test of friendship and strategic partnership, and we really, really appreciate what the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister, Foreign Minister Jai Shankar, have done together with the Ambassador of India here in Israel. We very much appreciate the official and the public, the popular. I can tell you personally, I've received hundreds, thousands, I think, of personal messages from friends in India and around the world, but the Indian part is really very strong in this. And when you look at the tweets that the people from India are tweeting, support, love, concern, solidarity, this is really heartwarming. And I really want to take this opportunity to thank Prime Minister Modi, External Affairs Minister, and I'm sure many ministers from the government and chief ministers from across the country, but also the people of India. And I thank you for your interest, and through you, I really would like to convey our thanks, and I will convey also one more thing, a promise that your friends in Israel who failed, and we have failed, there is a failure that will be checked, but we will prevail and we will win this war, because a war against terror must be won and will be won.
One assessment is this was aimed at the Israel-Saudi peace process. Do you agree with this assessment?
I don't want to speculate. There could be many reasons. A terrorist does not need reasons to do his act. I don't know what the real reason was, or was there a convergence of reasons, but through your question, I'd like to convey one more thing. I don't know how Iran was involved, and I'm sure it was one way or another involved in this. But you have to remember, there is no Hamas without Iran. There is no Hezbollah without Iran. Iran is encouraging, Iran is financing, Iran is training, Iran is giving the political backing to Hezbollah in the north and Hamas in the south. The Iran doesn't give a damn, forgive me the expression, doesn't give a damn about the Palestinian problem or the Palestinian issue. Iran knows that it can use those proxies in order to wipe out the state of Israel and its people. But Iran is behind Hamas and Hezbollah as a matter of principle.
Ambassador, what is your message to those in the international community who advise Israel restraint in your retaliation on Gaza?
Israel will retaliate forcefully. Israel will make sure that Hamas military capability will be over as soon as possible. No military activity for capability for Hamas whatsoever. That's for sure. It's not another round of hostilities. It's not another round which will be temporary and will bring in 6 months another round. This is the last round. Those hostilities will bring the end to the capabilities of Hamas.